Hey y'all, Pearl here. Just letting you know that due to our crazy work schedule, we did not have time to properly research our new episodes for Thursday and Monday. So instead, we decided that we would pick some episodes we liked that we thought just didn't get enough attention the first go round. So please enjoy them and share with your friends as always. And we will be back with fresh, brand new content on August 7th. We do apologize, but please, please, please continue to listen and follow. We appreciate you all. A raging fire through the city swept. The witch's promise was surely kept. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Hey y'all, everybody. I'm Pearl.
And I'm Holly. And guess what time it is? It's time for midnight margaritas. Just kidding.
Yes, indeed. I wish it was. What do we do? Midday margaritas.
Yes, please. Like midnight, midday. There's two 12s in this realm, so let's do it.
Yes, indeed. Do it.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
It is. Whichever 12 o'clock that may be.
Exactly. So I just wanted to interject here that I had mentioned our merch line before, but I forgot to tell you what it was and where you can find it. So I did put it on our Facebook page and I did add it to like our TikTok. But for anybody that's interested in some really awesome shirts, and we have Hold My Sweet Tea coffee mugs, tea mugs, stickers, t-shirts, and then there's some other really cool stuff. Like just in general, I love true crime, serial killers and chill, like all kinds of like cool stuff on there. So you can go look at it, go shop and get you some cool stuff. And if you want to, it is at Hold My Sweet Tea Podcast, and there's a dash in between each one of those, so it's hold dash my dash sweet dash tea dash podcast .printify.me. So it's on the Printify site. So if you search us on there, you can find it. But we're going to put it in all of our show notes. So it'll be everywhere. So you can click the link and go check out our merch.
We will insert it directly after the send us a text link. And then we will also have our link to our Buy Me a Coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/hold my sweet tea. And speaking of Buy Me a Coffee,
yes,
we had that link also on our Facebook page and we shared it to our personal pages. We would really like to thank Troy B. from Tennessee.
You, Troy B. from Tennessee.
I've actually known him for a really long time. So I used to play Motor City Online like when I was a teenager.
Yes.
I feel like if that was still around, I'd probably still be playing it, honestly. Weirdest little thing, building race cars on the internet and racing people from other... Yeah. So that tells you a little bit more about me. That's like a little weird tidbit, but my dad worked on actual cars. So.
Yeah, but the cool thing is like you kept that friendship for this long, and it was a cool thing to do back then, go in a chat room and all that.
We still have friends from that.
Yeah,
though.
We still have friends from that.
Like people we've never met in real life, but we've remained friends via
Facebook
and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So that's how awesome we are. But we really thank Troy B because
Yeah, he's our first and only
Right.
person who's supported our podcast so far. So thanks for helping us pay the bill this week, this month.
Yes. We might not buy a coffee, but we're just gonna put it toward the podcast
Yeah,
fundage.
our host fees.
And you don't even have to give a set amount. You can $1. You can do $5. You can be generous and do $10,000.
Right. That's never gonna happen, but
Right.
but you know, cool idea.
Maybe we need a coffee daddy.
Oh my God.
Any coffee daddies out there?
Oh man. I guess we also need to thank everyone who's been interacting. Like ever since the Chandra May update,
Yes.
like we've had a lot of just interaction on all of our episodes, not even just the Chandra May one. It did give us a big old boost.
Yeah.
And there's just been a lot of conversation, a lot of places. And we did get some fan mail on it.
I know, I'm so excited.
And obviously, like we've told y'all before, we can't actually respond to the fan mail on the fan mail stuff. So the only way for us to respond to it is via the next episode.
Yeah, just verbal, and
but we'll definitely do that. So our fan mail was about the Chandra May stuff. They were concerned that the investigator said there were 3 witnesses that were present. And I guess they took that as they were somehow involved and should be in trouble too. I don't know that it's that. Maybe they just saw something they didn't know was significant and then they shared it. And so that's what he means by 3 witnesses present. It's hard to tell because there's not a ton of detail about anything right now. And I don't think we're going to learn a lot about that until the trial starts happening, because I'm sure there will be one, because he's going to say not guilty.
Definitely.
So I'm like, I don't even need him to say it. I know that's what he's going to say, considering the way everything went in his other case, you know, where he did plead guilty to that one, but then tried to backtrack out of it. So,
right.
Like acting like he was forced into it or something, even though they ask you, no one's forced you to make this decision. No one's forced you to plead guilty. You're doing this on your own accord.
And then you agree to it, and then you backtrack
and then you
off
go,
of it. Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even when he was arrested, like his whole attitude and everything, it was like
very nonchalant.
He knew what he was being arrested for.
Yeah,
and he knew.
He was emotionless. So in that instance, I just want to say, you know, I guess if there was some detail that said that they were somehow like obstructing justice, I don't think at this point that they would punish anyone for coming forward. Like, you don't want to do that. You already have a hard enough time getting people to talk. So you go almost 40 years with nothing. You don't want to be like, oh, you finally told me what you should have told me 40 years ago. Let me put you in jail.
Right. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. It's not going to help anything. Especially if it doesn't make them complicit. So I just feel like you kind of got to take your wins where you can in instances like this. So, but who knows? We just kind of got to wait and see how it all rolls out. So that's where we're at on that. And that was fan mail from Ridgeland, Mississippi.
Yay.
Yeah.
I've been to Ridgeland. You've been to Ridgeland.
Yeah. We lived quite close to Ridgeland.
Really close. So what you got going on for us today?
Today we are going to do the Yazoo Witch. So back in Mississippi.
I am so excited to hear this one.
Yeah. So I thought it would be cool. And since we have so many Mississippi listeners, you know.
Yeah, we've gained a lot.
Why not do a little bit more in
listeners.
Mississippi? Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate all of you.
Yeah. This is my appreciation.
Yay.
I'm just going to do more Mississippi stuff. So we're going to talk about Willie Morris, who authored like 23 books, including the very well-known My Dog Skip.
Oh, wow.
He actually has this story of the Yazoo Witch in one of his books, Good Old Boy, A Delta Boyhood. Most of his stuff that he wrote was from experiences growing up in the South.
Yeah.
So he was born in 1934 in Jackson, Mississippi, and is actually one of the best known authors in Mississippi. His family moved to Yazoo City when he was just 6 years old. He attended Yazoo City High School, where he played football, basketball, and baseball,
Oh, wow.
and was also the editor of the high school newspaper.
Dang, he had a lot going on
Yeah,
then.
he was a busy kid. He would go on to be voted most versatile, wittiest, and most likely to succeed by his fellow classmates. He would also be the class valedictorian upon graduation.
I was like, was he prom king too? Dang, take all the stuff.
He might have been. Like, no one else in his class had a chance.
He's like, I'm going to outdo all of you.
Yeah. So he had a pretty extensive, like, college tour. We'll put
Yeah.
it that way. After, because he first attended the University of Texas and then wrote for the Daily Texan as he was earning his bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
He received a Rhodes Scholarship in 1956. So he used that to go to New College, Oxford University in England, reading modern history.
Oh, that would have been wonderful. Yeah.
So he's done some really cool stuff. He married Celia Ann in 1958, and the very next year he had a son named David. And that was all while in England. But he decided he wanted to come back. So he returned to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
worked for the Texas Observer, and that only lasted like 2 years due to the fast pace of the work and the lack of support from the staff. So he was just like trying to carry a bigger load than he could handle. He decided that he was going to go to Stanford University for graduate school. So he moved to New
Dang.
York. And this is why I said he ran through some colleges.
Right.
While he was there, he became the editor of Harper's Magazine. In 1971, that job ended over a disagreement with the owner. And after that resignation is when he started writing all these books.
Right. He's
So-
like, I'm going to do my own thing then. Fine.
Yeah, so he's well known as a journalist, but moved on to become an independent writer and did a lot of book writing. So he's done stuff for everybody, they say, because he's done some stuff about the North and living in the North, and then stuff about living in the South. Like, so you can see the
Yeah.
difference. So Willie Morris actually died of a heart attack in 1999.
Oh, no.
And the reason we kind of ran through his life is because he is buried in Glenwood Cemetery in Yazoo City, just 50 feet away from the witch he made famous.
Nice. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and Hugh Hefner.
Right.
They're like buried.
We're like
next to
buried
each other.
buddies.
Because he made her famous.
You know, it's funny. So, the story of the witch goes.
Ooh, I can't wait.
There was a mean and ugly woman who lived in a secluded and guarded place near the banks of the Yazoo River. This woman was hated despite no one really knowing anything about her.
Why are witches always portrayed as just these
Ugly.
cackling, mean, ugly hags?
Right. I don't know. But here we are.
Because I know some gorgeous witches.
There you go. This hatred was so deep, they didn't even bother to give her a name. So no one knows her name. No one's called her anything other than the Witch of Yazoo or Yazoo Witch.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, huh? The rumors were that on nights when it would storm, she would lure men that were out fishing into her home. She would poison them with arsenic and bury them nearby in the dense woods. They claimed this was her hobby, despite there never being any real proof.
I mean, They should know better than to go fishing out there than on a stormy night.
Right. Why are you fishing,
Right.
fishing in the rain? I guess.
I'm off to go fish in the rain.
You know what? It's thunder and lightning. Let me go get my fishing pole.
Right. I don't want to get struck by lightning. Maybe that's what happened. They got struck by lightning,
Right.
not a witch.
And she just buried them.
Right. And she's like, oh my God, they got struck by lightning. Let me bury them.
I don't want to get accused of killing them. Let me bury them. Who knows? So late one afternoon in 1884, a boy whose name was Joe Bob Duggett. Joe Bob.
That reminds me of the Duggars.
Right. Let's not even get into that.
Right. That's a whole case by itself.
Right. That's like a 3-parter. Shoot. Anyway. Joe Bob Duggett passed by on his raft and heard the most terrible guttural moan come from the house.
Oh.
He decided to investigate, as any young boy would.
Right.
He tied his raft to a cypress tree, probably in the knee.
Mm-hmm.
A cypress knee, not a tree, but whatever. And snuck up to a window to peek in. He was chilled to the bone by what he saw. The bodies of 2 deceased men on the floor and an old woman dressed in black and filthy from head to toe. She was waving her arms in circles and with her face turned to the sky, singing incantations that shook the boy.
Thackeray Binks.
I'm just like, of course she's dirty. Now
Right.
she's not just ugly.
Well,
she's
she lives
also
out-
dirty.
She lives out in the swamp. Of course she's dirty. It's nasty out there.
It sure is. It's gross.
She's probably covered in mosquito bites, too.
Probably so. Because I know she's probably living in one of those houses ain't got no AC, got
Nope.
the windows open all night long.
I'd look like a hag, too.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have air conditioning in the
Right.
1884, so, she's out there living in old log cabin type
All bumpy with mosquito bites.
junk full of mosquito bites. Yeah, because the mosquitoes are wild
Mhm.
and they're huge.
Yep.
They're like eagles. It's the swamp. Huge, fat mosquitoes.
I need to start recording some of my sound effects.
Right, save those.
Right.
So he ran back to his raft as quickly as he could and floated back into town. He then ran to the sheriff with his story, telling him all of what he had seen. The sheriff got a horse and buggy and swiftly galloped to the house of the witch. He apparently took the boy with him.
Oh, come on, Joe Bob. Let's go.
Right. So they barged through the front door, and there was nothing. They searched the home, even the attic, opening the door only a few inches, where they found several dozen starving cats huddled together with an air of insanity about them.
Well, I guess so. They were hungry.
They starving.
They're like, meow.
The sheriff and Joe Bob stood there staring until finally slamming the door shut when several cats tried to get out.
Don't let my cats out.
Why not just let the cats out?
Right.
Poor starving things. Let them out of the attic.
Let them out. They'll go find something in the swamp.
For real. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps emerged from the back of the house. The crunching of fallen pecan leaves gave the old lady away. She was sneaking to the swamp. The sheriff approached the upstairs window just in time to catch a glimpse of the witch as she ran away. He screamed, "Stop in the name of the law!" The old woman just kept going.
Right. She's like,
Whoever stopped.
she's like, nah, bro.
like,
I'm
"Not-
getting out of here.
Not today.
You let some of my starving cats out.
Right. Not today. Joe Bob would later describe this woman as half ghost and half scarecrow, but all witch.
I love that description.
Yeah. They hurried out of the house and followed her trail. Once they caught up to the witch, what did they see? The witch was submerged in a patch of quicksand.
Oh my God.
Quicksand in the swamp.
Quicksand in the swamp. All those stories you heard about quicksand, and I
Yeah.
have never encountered quicksand.
Right. Definitely never encountered it in the swamp.
No.
Sinkholes, maybe.
Yeah, sinkholes. It is pretty, squishy in there.
Yeah. They had arrived just before her ghastly head was about to go under. She shouted, "I shall return. Everyone here has always hated me. I will break out of my grave and burn down the whole town. It will be on the morning of May 25th, 1904. Then with a gurgle, she sank out of sight.
Another glorious morning. Makes me sick.
How specific was
I know.
that? May 25th, 1904.
She's like Jeepers Creepers.
That's your assets. Right?
I will return. He was a scarecrow too.
Sure enough.
Dang. Maybe that's her husband.
Maybe so. Nobody knew she had one because he was busy.
Right.
Jeeping and creeping.
Jeeping and creeping. I'm jeeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. Oh my God.
Gosh.
It's a fun morning this morning.
It is. It's always fun.
This is a good story though. I love it.
Yeah. And all my dramatics today. This
Dun,
is my
dun,
this is my
dun.
using my face for radio.
Right.
Her body was later retrieved using pitchforks and long cypress limbs. Why you pitchforking in the
Right.
sand?
They're like, got one.
But also, how do you not lose your pitchfork to the quicksand at some point?
Right.
You know, whatever. Like they're in there skewering the woman to get her out.
Shish kebab.
Wish kebab.
Witch kebab.
She was then buried the following day in the center of the town cemetery. It was pouring rain, and she was placed in her grave that was surrounded by trees and bushes. So she's kind of like in a little hidden spot.
Right.
They put the heaviest chain they could find around her grave, meaning they put it around her coffin
Mm-hmm.
and around the cement
Oh my
cover.
God. Why didn't they just burn her then if they were that worried?
You know, I don't know. It was some 30 strong and solid links. The sheriff's final words were, if she can break through that, she deserves to burn down Yazoo City.
I love it.
That wasn't a very smart thing for you
Well,
to
it's
say,
almost
sir.
May 25th. I feel this is the season of the witch.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Again. Let's hope not. Poor people in Yazoo. Years passed and the woman was forgotten. So we think. I mean,
Right.
this story has gone on forever. So she wasn't that forgotten.
And I'm sure like people have added little things to it and legends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't so much that the woman was forgotten as the threat.
Yeah.
Or the date of the threat. So on May 25th, 1904, Pauline Wise was planning her wedding. She had some friends over, to help, of course. And as she's going into the parlor to show her guests some gifts that she had gotten, she happens upon a small blaze, a little small fire.
Oh.
A strong, sudden wind came out of nowhere and spread the fire swiftly. This was unseasonable wind.
Right.
So it wasn't typically windy then, but here we are. Big wind feeds the fire. It spread to the next house. Before long, the fire had spread from Main Street to all of the intersecting streets and residential sections. The ever quickly increasing flames roared, causing panic and confusion, as well as spreading terror to thousands. Nearly all businesses were destroyed. So it was
Yeah.
what she said it was gonna be.
She's like, my wrath.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn this city down.
Yep.
Wow.
So the next day, when the flames had finally died out, many of the older citizens made their way to the center of the cemetery where they saw the chains had been broken into.
Oh.
The witch had kept her promise, and this story would be passed along to future generations, and they decided no repair would be done to the grave as a reminder of the fateful day. Dun, dun, dun.
That was a good one. I like it. And I'm sure they, just like with any tale of some kind of origin, they've passed it down and added to it and,
and I
judged it.
Yeah. And so I'm sure there are many different versions, but I try to stick to the one that he wrote about.
Mhm.
So because I thought it was significant.
Yeah.
That he's buried so closely
right.
to this thing he wrote about.
So is it like you can go to the cemetery and see the thing? Oh,
you can go to the cemetery. There's pictures. I have pictures for that so that you can go to the cemetery, see the grave. It doesn't have a name on it. It's got like some stuff written on the top of it now, but there's obviously no one bothered to know her name.
Right.
So there you are. And then, like I said, you can also go to the author's grave as well.
Nice. We'll have to make another trip to put that on our trip list.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty groovy.
Yeah.
So there is no pictures of what she might look like. They just put like rando pictures of ugly looking witches on their stories.
Stereotypical witches.
Yeah. I even saw one that was like a cartoon witch with the big old nose at the wart.
Right. Like the one from Snow White or something, like all bent over.
So you'll get to see the pictures of like, I think there might be some archive pictures I can pull from the fire, but I have the picture of the stuff from the cemetery. There's a picture of the author, so you'll be able to see the guy who wrote the book that has this story in it. And yeah, we'll throw up whatever I found because it's all in my saved photos for the moment.
Nice. I know. I just went through and cleaned out a bunch of my photos because I'm like, man, I have a lot of stuff in my phone and my tablet. Yeah. And it's like, I deleting like hundreds of pictures because I keep saving stuff.
I need to do the same thing because the other day I was like looking at it. It says I have 10,472 photos. And I was like, holy crap.
How?
From where?
Right.
There's a lot of my kids and my dogs.
Right. But you're like, okay.
There's a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with anything. Or like if I screenshot something and send it to somebody and I don't delete the screenshot immediately, it like saves to my photos. So I think there's probably a lot of junk in there that doesn't even need to be in there. So
I have a lot of recipes too. I'll screenshot stuff. I'm like, I'll see something. This looks good. I might make this later.
And then I never make it.
Yep. Sometimes I do. I've been good about like trying things and making
I've made one. It actually was really good.
Yeah.
And so that should have encouraged me to use some of the other ones.
Use some of the other ones. And you're like, nah, not today.
Maybe one day. That's why they're still sitting in there with all the rest.
Right. They need to start like, you could have folders where you can put stuff like on a computer. You can.
I can make folders, but the thing of it is what's funky is I don't like that if I put it in a folder, it doesn't come out of the main. Like I have that and it in the folder.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier to find it.
That's what I was talking about.
Now
like
I have duplicates.
It would shift it over because mine's like that too. You have a iPhone and I have Samsung and it's the same way.
And I think that's silly. Yeah. Why not take it completely out of the main area and stick it in the folder so that it's not in both places?
Yep.
Dumb. So
get with it, technology.
For real. Like you want to fix something in the next update, fix that.
Yeah. And leave my swipe down button on Samsung alone because like I am so irritated. Yeah. They were trying to do an Apple thing where you swipe down on one side or the other. But I found a TikTok on how to fix it.
Yeah.
Because everybody was infuriated. They're like, absolutely not.
iPhone will do silly crap like that all the time too. Like they'll change the way your call log looks. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No, leave it
I
alone.
don't want to see my voicemails and my call, like part of
Yeah.
my call log on the same thing. Like, because
No.
I use that sucker to call my dad back because I don't feel like looking at, like, having to
Right.
go in and search contacts or something. I
Mhm.
just scroll forever. Oh, there he is. You know, I'm just like, don't mess with me. I need the list to be long, not the
Right.
last 4 calls I made or the 4 calls that called me. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
give it back. So I had to go figure out
Yeah.
how to change that back too. I'm glad there's always someone who goes, this is how you fix this so you don't have to live with the new way.
Right. Either TikTok or YouTube.
It's like FedEx and their
Yes.
dang website changes.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
stop it. There was nothing wrong with it. Don't freaking fix what ain't
Right.
broken.
Or at least give us the option to use the old one. They
Yeah.
did for a while and then
They
they took
did.
it away. But
Then they
you
took
know.
it away.
But
And-
we'll have to do a FedEx murder story.
Be like,
Not a
remember-
murder, but a story.
Yes.
Case.
Be like, remember this? This is what happens when you change the website.
But we do have a lot of stuff that we are working on and exciting things and some little true crime twists that Pearl was telling me about yesterday. So, you know, and we might even have a vampire week.
Yeah.
And I think that's coming up soon. So,
Yeah, we'll do nothing
Mhm.
nothing but vampire stories
Yep.
that week.
so if you guys want to hear about some, well, I mean, we'll more than likely do New Orleans vampires.
Yeah, I was going to say
because
it's going to be
that's-
like
yeah.
New Orleans originals.
Right. But if there's any vampire stories in any of your areas that you want to have us research and look up,
Yeah, maybe we could do
let
like
us
a
know.
Louisiana vampire week. A
Are there
Mississippi
any-
vampire week.
Are there any Australian vampires? Oh,
Yeah.
and we have a listener
Australia.
in the UK.
Yes, we do.
We're so excited.
We are. It's like the coolest thing because now we're in
Mhm.
4 countries.
I know.
It's like, how neat is that people across the pond are
Right.
listening?
I think our Canadian listener only listened to like 1 or 2 episodes. So
I think,
you
yeah, I
know.
think it said like 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, but
They're
it
getting
was
there.
sat at 1 for a really
Mhm.
long time. So they're still
They're picking up,
listening.
yeah.
They're just not consistent.
Yeah.
But it's cool anyway.
Yeah. For us to reach that far across, you know, like you said, the pond and
Yeah.
all that's amazing.
We don't have a lot of states left that haven't
No.
listened.
We have a map. We'll post that too.
Yeah. We'll throw up the map.
We
Be
need-
like, if you know anyone in, for instance, Indiana.
Yes.
I guess they all are so devoted to Crime Junkie, which
Mhm.
really, so are we.
Exactly.
But, like, you can listen to us too.
yeah, you can listen to their podcast. You know, I mean, they run out of stuff every once in a while, and you need something to listen to.
Or you do like I did, and I like didn't find them till like way late, and then I was like, oh, and then I listened for months and
Mhm.
months and months on
Yep.
end, and got all the way caught up, and then I'm like, crap, now I have to find something else to fill the other days of my week.
Yes. So there's plenty of us out there,
Yeah.
that can do that. And we also need somebody in Hawaii. And Maddie, if you're listening up in Oregon, tell your mom to listen to us, please, because I know she lives there.
we want to fill in the rest of the United States.
Right.
We need someone in Montana. I know that
Yes.
off the top of my head as well.
And then which one on the East Coast? It was Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yes.
Yes.
Rhode Islanders.
Yeah.
I know y'all are probably listening to Morbid, and we love Morbid too.
Absolutely.
You can listen to us too. It's fine.
Yeah. You're not cheating.
No, I mean they're Bostonians, but still, you're close.
I mean, I am from Worcester,
Right.
Massachusetts.
Yes,
Come on.
it's like a connection,
Throw me a freaking bone.
right? And I absolutely love Morbid, and I've listened to every episode.
Yeah. And that's what I was about to say. I've listened to all their stuff too.
right.
So, yeah, we listen. We don't just make one.
We listen and we don't judge sometimes. I do have a Virgo rising, so it's hard. Sorry, Virgos. Y'all are judgy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. And I'm over here. Pick me.
Right.
But not necessarily. I'm so okay with sharing.
Yeah.
So just include us
But yeah, pass along all of our socials, which are,
on the Tiki-Talkie,
yes,
on the Instagram, the Face of Books, the Books of Faces.
somebody's faces.
Right. We are on the Tube of You as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, we got everything except X and Snapchat.
Yep.
So get it.
And we have an email and we have a website.
Holdmysweettea.com.
Yeah.
And steeped at holdmysweettea.com is the email.
Yes.
Send links to your friends on episodes. It's the best way to share it.
It's their birthday. Be like, here's the gift of Hold My Sweet Tea.
It keeps on giving.
It keeps on giving because we put 2 episodes a week out.
Yeah, we're busting our butts.
Yeah. So,
like other podcasts usually only do like 1.
Yep.
Not us. Out here doing 2.
Right. And we have one that's around here that does like 2 a month.
Is it 2 or just 1?
Or 1 a month. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It might be
like that.
bi-weekly or once a month. I can't remember.
How are you getting followers and engagement?
Yeah. Apparently they know a lot of people. They have a lot of friends.
Yeah. They have a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
But we're out here putting lots and lots out. So
yeah, for sure.
Love and adore us.
As everyone should.
Right. And Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production.
Bzz.
And what were you going to say, Pearl?
Just don't forget that Patty Salzetta made our theme music.
Yes. How could we forget Patty? Oh, my God.
Patty.
Never forget Patty.
We always try to make sure to mention her every time. We know you know.
And
but keep knowing.
And the picture she posted of the baby on Mother's Day.
He's so cute.
I love him.
Yeah,
his little cheeks. But y'all stay safe out there. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping.
Bye.
Bye.